Hey guys, Jacob here. This is my 1.8 updated striker build for the Division. In the last striker video I did, it was 9k stam and 3k firearms, but this one's based around more damage, and the other one's based around more survivability, I guess you could say. If you want to have that more tankiness, I'd recommend using the 9, but if you want to have a little bit more damage, I'd recommend using the 6. First, look over the weapons on this build, which is the LVOA with Deadly, Responsive, Unforgiving. The attachments on this weapon is the Pro Red Dot Sight with crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and headshot damage. Magazine has 118% magazine size. You could get that higher, but that's just the one on at the moment. 3% crit hit chance, 5.50% rate of fire, small grip, 19% crit hit damage, 2% accuracy, and 2.50% stability. The FDE suppressor can be switched out with a loud vent break, but I like suppressors more. But this one has 17% crit hit damage, 3% crit hit chance, and 6% headshot damage. You could use this right here instead if you do not like suppressors, but since this one has reduced threat, I'm going to use it instead. The secondary on this weapon, which is the house, which everybody uses. This one has Deadly, Destructive, and Card Counter. The mods on this are Pro Red Dot Sight, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and headshot damage. Extended mag with crit hit chance, rate of fire, and 115% magazine size. 19% crit damage on the small grip, 2% accuracy, and 5% reload speed. Loud Vent Break has crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and headshot damage. You could have something like the Tyrant Suppressor if you want higher crits, but I don't really see a point doing that since the SMG already has crits on it as is, but you could use it if you'd like. The sidearm is the Centurion, nothing special here. Earpieces are rolled for 1962 armor, 1645 stamina, 10% exotic damage resilience, 15,000 health, 56% ammo capacity, which is really nice if you have ammo capacity on your vest, so this is a really good roll. The mods in this weapon are stamina and firearms health. The mask is rolled for crit hit chance, 1380 firearms, and disorient resistance. The mod on this is a stamina health mod. The knee pads, which are not that high, 1485 armor, rolled for stamina, prototype stamina mod, and a pulse crit hit damage mod. The only reason why this is here is because I do not have another first aid self-heal mod on this build at the moment. The backpack is rolled for health, 1399 firearms, and 56% ammo capacity. And the mod on this is a 2000 stamina mod, rolled for health, and 5% first aid self-heals. Gloves are rolled for crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and assault rifle damage. You could have these rolled for SMG if you like SMGs more, but since I like ARs more, I decided to roll for AR damage instead. Holster is rolled for crit hit chance. You could roll health on this if you want to have that extra 7,000, 8,000 health, but this build's based a little bit more down around damage and more of team play, so I'd recommend using crits, but if you want that extra health or the skill ace, go for it. The mod on this is a first aid self-heal. To go over the character sheet, I'll click on the LVOA first and show you guys the crit hit chance on it. Crit hit chance is 23%, which isn't horrible. It's not crazy either, but this is on an LVOA. But if you want higher crits, I'd recommend using Vicious. That way you're getting around the 33%, somewhere around there. 111% crit hit damage, which isn't bad. 87% headshot damage. 33% stability. And I'll go down to the... You can see the skill haste. There's no skill haste on this build at all, so that's gone. Toughness is 533,000. Max health is 362,000, which isn't bad, but this is a team build. If you want that tankiness, like I said, go for the 9. The armor, 7,669. But the main thing I'm going to go over is the EDR right here. A lot of people are using crit hit chance over EDR, but I decided to roll a piece on here, make EDR just to withstand Pred a little bit more. That way, the Pred bleed doesn't kill you immediately, and you'll be able to maybe pop a med kit before the Pred bleed gets you. But I'd recommend running EDR in a few of your pieces if you don't have it already. Bleed resistance is 33%, and that's not crazy, but that's also nice to have, just a little extra thing there. But it's all in the EDR. Go over the abilities I'm using, which is the Pulse, which I don't really use unless I'm solo, which is awful. I recommend something like the Immune Station for Pred, and the booster shot, since if you use Overdose, it's only 72,000 HP, so there's really no point using it at all. The talents on this are Critical Save, Combat Medic, Strike Back. I think this is really important if you're in a team, that way you can pop your medkits and give your teammates heals. On the Move is the random talent I've been using. I usually just pick one extra that I rarely use. I usually use Precision to pulse the target for 10 seconds, or I use one as none, but it's all up to you. And that's really about it for the first build. I'll go over the second one, which is right here, which this is the same exact build, only that all the weapons, the mods are the same, but the rolls, as you can see on the mask, is EDR. There's EDR on the chest piece, and there's EDR on the knee pads. And if you go over to the character sheet, you'll notice right here, the EDR is 36%, which if you want to have higher EDR and withstand pred, I'd recommend switching out all the mods with EDR and rolling all the pieces for EDR instead if you want to withstand pred. But that's really about it for the build, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, I will catch you guys in the next one, and I will show you some gameplay after the
Call me like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat. Hellcat. a Hellcat.